Tai Chi, it's not dance, it's war. That's sort of the sentiment of my old martial arts instructor, Duke Chen, years back. Over the years, I've been practicing martial arts about since 1976. It's been an interesting ride. Mostly what I studied was Northern Shaolin Kung Fu. My instructor was Chinese. He had lived in Korea most of his life, but his father was Chinese and escaped the communist oppression, both of North Korea and of China, back in the late 40s and early 50s. His family came with him, and they suffered horribly under the North Koreans, and then they had a bit of a time during the Korean War, and he then, Duke and his family, moved to Hong Kong, where he kept practicing Chinese martial arts and became kind of a stuntman for the Hong Kong Chinese martial arts films. He knew a lot of the guys, and it was fun to hear stories, although his English wasn't real good. But he introduced me to some different Chinese writers, Chinese Kung Fu people, and one was Shifu Douglas L. Wong, who wrote this book, Kung Fu, The Way of Life, A Way of Life. And it's more pictorial, but it's difficult. It's difficult to mimic practices from still pictures. It's not impossible, but it takes quite a bit more effort to learn a form or a different technique from pictures. But his writing style, Douglas Wong's writing style, is good, and he explains things quite clearly. And this is a 1975 publication that I would recommend to anyone getting into martial arts who has a passion for northern Kung Fu style martial arts. The next book, by Yang Ming, is Shaolin Chinna, which is also what we studied. Duke also was a master in Taekwondo because he was from Korea, and he had everybody who got a black belt in Shaolin. We also studied for the minimal entry. We all got black belts in Taekwondo back in the day, which I didn't like as much. It's very practical, but I did not enjoy Taekwondo as much as Northern Shaolin styles, which lend us into the Shaolin Chinna, or seize and control styles of martial arts, leading into Tai Chi and styles. And this book, however, is quite helpful. The techniques shown and the massage and the different ways to work out injuries to joint and nerve bundles is well described and quite clear. It has excellent technique on grasping and takedowns and getting out of holds. This is one of my more favorite books, the Shaolin Chinna, The Seizing Art of Kung Fu. That means you have a seizure every time you play it, but it means you're able to seize and control an opponent, an employee, right? This was 1982, first published that I bought it. And again, I would recommend anybody's who's into martial arts get a collection with this book in it by Yang Ming. And lastly, Yang Ming's Tai Chi Chuan, which is another excellent book. And this was published in 1982, which I recommend this for your book collection. And it has practical applications of Tai Chi Chuan moves. It means fist, Chuan, fist, hand. The Tai Chi Chuan hand form movement. I practice Tai Chi's 105 form long style, Yang style Tai Chi, of which Yang Ming also has some videotapes on that particular style. If you want to do video blog collections, but he goes through and shows a particular esoteric motion or movement in the Tai Chi form and how it would be applied to an opponent, which is quite fun. It's neat to see how the moves are applied, which also takes it into the meaning of the Tai Chi. It's not dance, it's war. They're actually doing something with that move in Tai Chi. So, again, if you get a chance to get in the old book section on Amazon or wherever it is, you can find Shifu Douglas L. Wong and his Kung Fu, the Way of Life, practice of Kung Fu and forms. And then Shaolin Chin Na by Yang Ming. And again, Tai Chi Chuan by Yang Ming. I'll see if I can find them on Amazon and post that also in this on this video. Thank you. So you can find Shaolin Chin Na by Yang Ming, Dr. Yang Ming, on Amazon Books. It's January 1980 edition on this, and it's going for $14.02 in paperback plus shipping. It's well worth it. It's a substantial book and very helpful in training if you're going to practice Shaolin Chin Na techniques. There's that one. And I'll go on for the other two books. Tai Chi Chuan by Yang Ming is also available on Amazon Books. This one's for $17 and some change plus shipping. Again, the cover's different, but it's a different edition. I would recommend it openly. It's a great book, again, for if you're practicing Tai Chi and able to use it for applicable forms and applications against opponents. You'd enjoy this book quite a bit, and I recommend it for anybody having a martial arts book collection. Thank you again. The cover looks the same as my copy by Shifu Douglas L. Wong, but the title seems a little different, and the copyright date is a little different. But this may be one of the books you could buy that, but he's got another copy or another book with the title The Way of Life, which hopefully pops up, which may be a similar copy. Just the copyright date on this is 2018, which is different, but it may be a different publication, different edition. But I would recommend any of the books by Douglas L. Wong for your Kung Fu and martial arts collection. Worthwhile in anybody's collection. At any rate, thank you. If you enjoyed this particular video, give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Guns and silver. Collectibles of all types. Thank you.